We've gotten mud racers. We've gotten drag racers. We've gotten rocket racers. We've gotten endurance racers. And now, here we have NASCAR racers. Oh my gosh, it just keeps getting better, doesn't it? But seriously, guys, I really do think this is the best expanded universe line we've gotten in quite some time. I mean, just look at these designs here. These are just gorgeous. A red Mater. Who would have ever thought that that would ever come to fruition? But yeah, guys, welcome back to another Disney Docket presentation. Today, we'll be taking a look at Wave 1 of the brand new 2021 NASCAR Disney Cars Diecast Series exclusive to Walmart stores. Now, I'm not sure if they'll be available outside the US at different stores, but so far, US Walmart. I want to give a huge shout out to Malachi for helping me get these. They are not available in my area anywhere, and thankfully, he was able to connect me with them, so I'm so very grateful. Thank you so much. All right, let's get into the review right now. Starting with Lightning McQueen. Now, I love the fact that the card art is of McQueen, although I do wish, like, for each of these individually, they put, like, Jackson, Mater, Luigi and Guido for their own unique card art, but they really did a nice job animating McQueen here. You can see, Rust-eze, Clutch 8, RPM, Vitaling, Revolting, Octane Game, Piston Cup 7-time champion. That's a cool decal. Love the netting there to resemble like a real NASCAR. Now this series is a little strange. It's kind of like breaking the fourth wall in my opinion. We'll talk about that in a second, but these will be like $5 at your local Walmart, eventually when they get them in, because they include these accessories as well. You got your NASCAR logo there. Nice little motion blur on the name. Oh, they do say Mattel up there. On the back, you can see Jackson Storm, Lightning McQueen, Pit Crew Luigi and Guido, and Crew Chief Mater. These two come with tire stacks, and Jackson has his own pit stop barrier, or whatever you want to call it, blast wall. You have the NASCAR logo again. And here is the back. NASCAR is a registered trademark of NASCAR LLC Limited Liability Company. Cool stuff. I never would have predicted this series. I mean, like, it's just so weird. Like, a lot of people were thinking, like, for XRS, we could get, like, aqua racers, like, water racers, or, something like that. Jungle racers, but NASCAR. And these technically aren't even XRS. They've stopped, actually, with XRS ever since we got the endurance racers, which, in my opinion, are nothing compared to this. I mean, that line, we got 3 waves, kind of boring. Hopefully we get at least 3 waves of these, because these are way more exciting. But you have Crew Chief Mater here, and the card art is exactly the same. There's his little stock image. Here is Jackson Storm. Again, card back is exactly the same. It does look like he has a slightly different expression, so we'll confirm or deny that once we open him up. And Luigi and Guido here. Pit Crew Luigi and Guido. Very, very nice. And there's the back again. So I'll be right back with all these opened up. Alright, so here they are out of the package, and man, they are stunning. The red just really pops. It just looks really, really cool. So we're going to dive right into the review. I do want to talk about how I think this kind of breaks the fourth wall in a funny way. So NASCAR is a real thing, right? It doesn't exist in the Cars world. Now, granted, none of these cars have NASCAR decals. So rather, they're just doing a more official NASCAR-esque race within the Cars universe. But wasn't that supposed to be the Piston Cup? Like, why are they getting all dressed up here and having unique decals for some sort of race? I mean, isn't that the Piston Cup? I mean, I'm just a little confused how this fits into the storyline. And, you know, me, I'm probably just thinking way too much into it and should just take it for what they are, which are toy diecasts here. But it does make me think, because everything else makes sense. They all have a storyline, like, you know, the endurance racers, there was a storyline on the card back. For ice, carbon, carnival, neon racers, there's always a story. But for these, there's not. And I am assuming that's because they couldn't come up with one, because it just doesn't really make sense within the Cars universe. So I'm going to say that these aren't canon, and Mattel just has like a little partnership with NASCAR, and they were just like, you know what, we're just gonna make these because people love NASCAR stuff and people love cars. So no, NASCAR fans and Cars fans will both buy them. Okay, so we're gonna start with Jackson because he's my least favorite, and that's because he is the least different from his original release. Now here is the little pit stop barrier, and it's really nice actually. I mean, you could use this for just regular Jackson. You know, it says Igniter there, 2.0, and you can see the Storm logo behind it. Here's the typical pit stop barrier that came in an advent calendar. So they're different, but they're the same size. However, now the plastic back is gray. The whole piece is gray rather, but they are the same size, it appears. Actually, no, they are a little shorter by like a centimeter. Hold on. Struggling to focus right now, but they are this not same size. They're off by just a little bit there, as you can see. But it's nice though. It's a nice accessory. If I'm going to pay $5, like for the endurance racers, you're just getting the car. I mean, granted, I guess they have special color shift paint, but really, it's just a new paint job. So anyways here, he's got this kind of slimmer Igniter logo that's actually, I don't know, I kind of like it better. This design's a little cooler than that because it's just so bland there on the hood. This is nice. You know, you got the Storm logo there on the hood. The headlights are the exact same with the blue accent. They're a little darker now. The expression is pretty much the exact same, but these are all made in Vietnam, so that's why the eyes will look a tinge different. You can see made in Vietnam. So now for the first time, Jackson has silver rims, but he still has the blue lettering on the tire for Lightyear. This is also the first time Mattel has released him with the, you know, infamous Piston Cup Champion logo, which is kind of blurry. These are okay though. You have 2.0 again, kind of oriented differently though. Then Combustor, Carbon Cyber, and Synergy in blue instead of white. It's kind of interesting. It doesn't say Liquid Adrenaline anywhere. And I did want to say, yeah, everybody's been wanting Mattel to release like a Piston Cup Champion Jackson, which is the one that appears in the Florida 500 and beyond, but they have not yet. This is the closest we've gone to it. So instead of having all the little mini S's within this, it's just kind of a solid one. You have the exhaust pipes, no arrow anymore. The gas cap now has a green circle around it, which is a little weird. You have the netting there, which is actually textured, like you could feel the different squares of the net, which is really cool. You have a signature there on either side, 2.0. You have blue trim on the roof edges there. Interestingly enough, he has the windows in the back here, which are exactly the same as how they always were. Blue igniter on the spoiler, which looks 10 times better than whatever this is. You can barely see it, but it's in black on black. Darker blue flares. So everything's pretty much darker blue. Of course, now he lacks the rookie racing stripes. Still says 2.0. You have the Igniter logo there. And then Piston Cup Champion. So really, this is just kind of like a rebranding of all the decals on Igniter and Rust-eze, making them a little bit more NASCAR-esque, a little bit more realistic, I guess. I don't know. Again, I don't fully understand this series. But I love it, though. Like, don't get me wrong. I am really enjoying these. I hope they make more, and we'll talk about that later. So here's McQueen's. You have Rust-eze 95. I like how the 95 is in yellow. You never see that. Here's the Cars 3 one that was in a Mini Racers Advent Calendar. And then this one was in the Movie Moment series in 2016. So you have the gray plastic now and just obviously a darker tone to it. And just sharp looking. I love the bolt kind of on the top and bottom of Rust-eze. Looks really nice. But you completely kiboshed that circular logo. We won't see that really anywhere today whatsoever. This is the new logo. And also not much of a flaming bolt. None of that either. So he does kind of have a slightly different expression from your typical Rust-eze McQueen, but that might just be the Vietnam talking, because when a car is made in Vietnam or when a car is made in Thailand, it will look slightly different from its original Chinese release. Whereas when we get to Mater, like Mater actually does have a different expression. This one's a little questionable. So you can see there Rust-eze again, like I said, different logo. You still have the bolts, and they're actually bigger. They're a different color. Headlights are the same, though. He's got red rims, no yellow trim. 7-time Piston Cup champion. That decal is much clearer than Jackson's. I'm so glad they put that on there to kind of counter Jackson's like 1-time Piston Cup champion. Contingency sponsors are okay. It gets a little dicey down here, but they're clear. I already read them off. 95, you have this kind of checkered flag logo or texture pattern throughout the body here. Yellow exhaust pipes. The green circle again. That netting. This is a plastic piece here, I think. Well, it's hard to tell. I think it is plastic, which is weird because a lot of times nowadays they make everything one piece. But yeah, the windows are, plastic, so that's kind of cool. You have the Lightning McQueen signature, a white 95 on the roof. Don't see that much at all. Cool. And then I love the fact that the background of the spoiler is black and then the white lettering just pops. Looks so good, so clean, so crisp. And then same type of deal here on the back. And you have 95 on the taillight. Really nice. Little hidden yellow down there around the fender. Here's his base. We don't know how to read these Vietnamese date stamps yet, but if you have any idea, let me know. It's hard. I mean, 2650, like you can't say those are days because there's not 650 days. There's not 2,600 days. SD might be the factory. Who knows? Now moving on to a Mater here. Now Mater came with a stack of tires, and even though on the card back it showed that they were like Carlo Veloso rim style, like you can see there, they have like the spokes like Carlo Veloso does. They're just like a typical Piston Cup tire stack that we've gotten, in pretty much every time they've released tires before. This is from, I think, that Spin Out Lightning McQueen Daredevil Garage Pack from Amazon 5-6 years ago. So they aren't anything special. And they do all have the hole, so you can like stick Guido's fork in there, which I'll show you in a second or in a minute once we talk about Mater. Now, I'm a little disappointed with Mater here because Thailand's kind of spoiled us by making the whole body of Mater metal ever since they took over. So that would mean this would be metal and this whole back portion would be metal, excluding the cables, of course. But Vietnam went back to the China way of making the only cab front portion die cast and the back portion plastic. So this is all plastic. And for some reason, he has a mouth plate. Like, what? Mouth plates are back? Question mark, exclamation point. That is not what I like to see because you can see the red is off. This is darker. It's not as vibrant, not as glossy. Doesn't look as good. So a little upset about that, but oh well. I like the new expression though. Don't really know why his eyelids are so dark maroon red. That's all right. They left his hood unpainted, which just looks a little strange, but I'll take it. Black. He's got a black headset. First time we've seen an all black headset. Silver rims. Got that new Rust-eze logo. Black knobs on the door handles. And some more black detailing around here. It looks really nice. A113 is a little blurry, but it does look clean. The gunmetal gray towing cables look cool. Here's the base. Wow, oh my god. I don't think I've ever seen this many codes. What the heck? Code. Jesus. Guys, have you ever seen this many codes on a single car before? That is ridiculous. That's a record. I'm going to have to post about that. That is funny. That is actually hilarious. All right. Oh, I do want to show him with pit crew member Mater with headset from Cars 2. It's the closest animal that we have. The headsets are pretty much the same. They're just different colors, and then everything else is different. Can't believe mouth plates are back. Yikes. Luigi and Guido came with that same set of tires, by the way. So don't really need to spend any time on that. Nice accessories, though. Now, Luigi has a very similar expression to when he was released from Cars 2 with the logo and the headset. So you can see that there. The headsets are almost the exact same, just slightly differently colored. But yeah, the expression is different because you don't have the eyelid there on the bottom where he's kind of squinching his eyes. So that's nice. And Guido has an entirely new expression. Not taken from really anything. Actually, it's kind of like this, but it's different. And he doesn't even have that headset. He's more like that. All right. Let's take a closer look at these guys here. So you have the Rust-eze logo on the hood. On the side. Both sides. White wall tires. See how much is on this base. Not as much. They couldn't fit all the codes they wanted to. But yeah, he looks nice. I like him a lot. Can't complain about it. You know what you could do now though, guys? You know what you can do? You can make a custom Mama Luigi. Because Luigi's mama is a red car that's the same exact model as Luigi. He's from the Storyteller's book, and you know what? I might be able to actually show you guys here. If you give me 1 second, I might be able to show you. Oh man, where's the book? Where is the book? I'll cut and I'll be right back. Aha, I found it. I told you guys. So if you get one of these, you strip the decals, take the headset off, and put a little Italian flag on it, you get Mama Luigi. That's pretty exciting, actually. I've always kind of wanted that character from the Storyteller's book. But anyways, getting back on track here, Guido is... I prefer him to Luigi because I like the black mixed in here. It gives them some contrast on the fenders. Also love the fact that they changed the tires. The wheels have like that kind of red on them. The red and silver, that's cool. That's really neat. Rust-eze. And the gun is yellow, which is different. We've always had a white one before, so that's cool. Have a little battle lightsaber, but instead it's rivet guns. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching this video, this review on these brand new NASCAR releases. I think they're great. They're a little weird, but I like weird, you know? I can do weird. Let me know which one in the comment section below is your favorite. My favorite is McQueen, because I just love the decals, and I don't know, it kind of is a culmination of all of these that have had a red, yellow, and black design, you know, mud racer, drag racer, rocket racer. It's kind of like a culmination of all of them using that red, yellow, and black paint job. So I'll see you guys soon for another video. Bye now.